welcome back to another vlog. I don't know if you can hear the weather out there, but it is literally a hurricane outside at the moment. I think it's like 70km/h winds, just destroying all the trees and like all the plants around the house. And I think it's just about to rain as well. But yeah, I know I haven't uploaded in a few weeks. I planned to take like a week or two break like I have, and then I was meant to have a race video coming out today, because we were meant to have a race yesterday. Then obviously there's terrible weather bomb in New Zealand at the moment. And yeah, basically we got to the race yesterday, and they kind of like mucked around for a few hours just working out what we're going to do. There was just so much water on the road, I don't think it was going to be safe to race, so I do think they made the right call. I'll put a video up here. I was just driving past on the way home, and this is after all the rain at the start of the morning, and there's just paddocks just absolutely full of water. And yeah, that was meant to be like the first like Couplands race of like the 2020-2021 season, just before like Southern. This is kind of like our build up. But yeah, obviously that one's been cancelled, so we have another race this Sunday, so hopefully this weather will bugger off and we can actually get some racing done. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to be able to go out for a ride today, but I was meant to be doing 45 minutes on a TT bike today, so I need to put the power meter on it, because obviously it's got no cranks in it at the moment. But obviously with the weather the way it is, I'm probably just going to jump on the trainer later on today, and we'll just do my session on there, because it's actually going to be dangerous to head out there, especially with these deep wheels on as well. So obviously this is where I keep all my bikes, and you'll notice that one bike is missing. Obviously we've got the time trial bike, we've got the Scott foil, we've got the Avanti, and then we've got the two mountain bikes. But if you've been watching the videos for a while, you know that my primary bike is my Cannondale SuperSix Evo, and I have some terrible news. So basically last week we were putting the bike on the back of the bike rack, and we forgot to tie down the front wheel, and the handlebars swung around. And if you don't know Cannondales, they have like little lockers in the forks like this. So on a more traditional frame like this Chapter 2, the forks will go all the way around, and the handlebars should be almost able to touch this top tube. But on these Cannondales, they have like small lockers in there, so they kind of like try to stop it, basically to stop it hitting here and cracking the frame, which works well. But Tim, when you hit it really hard, it actually cracks that bit of the frame right there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but the crack is right there. There's like a crack right there and a crack right there. It's almost like a chip that you could kind of like pull off of carbon. So basically my Cannondale is unsafe to ride at the moment. I am going to be getting this fixed because I absolutely love this frame. Obviously all my race wheels like the Dura C75s, and I got the Dura C50s over there. And I don't really feel like dropping thousands of dollars having to upgrade my wheels and upgrade my group set and upgrade my frame just so I can jump on the disc brake bandwagon. So yeah, basically last night I had to strip down the entire frame. So I've got obviously all of my zip bars, my zip sprint stem, and then obviously I just left the shifters on there. Everything's already in the right position, so theoretically when this frame gets fixed, I should be able to just chuck everything on and it should feel absolutely normal again. So then yeah, I had to take off all the derailleurs, had to take off my power meter, both the brakes, and then obviously all the DI2 cables and all the wheels and everything. So yeah, I am going to be sending this frame away to get fixed. Hopefully it can get fixed before Southern, because I would actually prefer to ride this. In the meantime, I have been riding the Scott foil, which is actually still a pretty good bike, but I would kind of like to get this done and all rebuilt up for Southern, which is in 4 or 5 weeks, so it might be a little bit of a push. My question is, when this frame does end up getting fixed, do we send it off to Matt and get it custom painted with the red and white of that old 69 Corvette? I think the red and white would look absolutely killer on this bike, like majority of it being red and all of like these little accents being like different shades of white and maybe a little bit of gold in there, and then obviously having the Cannondale logos white and everything white, but all of it in like a really bright red like that Corvette that I put up on the screen before. I also think it would look pretty world tour, because obviously my Couplands kit, the team that I ride for, our primary kit colors are obviously red and white, and so I think it would look absolutely sick to have a red and white frame. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think I should paint it, or do you think I should just get it fixed and get it rebuilt and get back on it as soon as possible? So the reason that I've got my TT bike all ready right now is because we have our first club race tomorrow, and the first club race of like daylight savings obviously. So because this is the first one, we always start with like a really short TT. So we've got like a 14 or 15 kilometer time trial tomorrow night. So I was like, obviously I'm gonna take the TT bike out for a bit of a spin. So I just got it all ready. I'll just put the power meter back on so we can see how much power we do tomorrow. Everything seems to be working well. Alright, that was just a quick checkup to see that everything on the bike's working. I haven't ridden it in about probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since I got it all built up, because I've just been busy and I've just been riding my road bike. But yeah, everything seems to still be working nicely, so that is bloody good. So obviously I probably left it a little bit late to jump on the TT rig considering the race is tomorrow, but I'm probably just going to chuck this on the trainer tonight and do probably 45 minutes to an hour, just trying to get used to the position. As you can see, there is absolutely no point riding outside at the moment because it is absolutely rubbish. Alright, so for tomorrow's TT, I'm probably just going to use my team helmet, which is the POC TT helmet here. So I'm going to quickly chuck this on purely to have a look at my like TT position to see what we're dealing with. It'll be cool for you guys to have a look at, but it's also good for me to go and have a look at back on the computer watching the footage, just kind of see how the TT position is looking. So yeah, a lot of people commented saying the TT bars are probably a little bit illegal, too high. But yeah, I think me and Maddie already knew that. But obviously tomorrow's TT is just a club one, it doesn't matter. But we are going to have a look at the position. We're thinking of probably cutting them a little bit down here and cutting them a little bit at the top as well. So we can kind of slide them back down and then obviously kind of cut them down at the bottom. So obviously the idea for the TT position is to get rid of as much frontal area as possible. That's why lots of people on the TT bikes now are using these massive stackers, and they're kind of coming up a lot higher than you traditionally see. See, when I've got my hands here, so when I've got my hands here at the end of the TT shifters, I can actually, my eyes are almost in line with the top of my thumbs, and that's obviously getting rid of as much frontal area as possible, so when the wind kind of hits here, it goes straight over my TT helmet. So it's important tomorrow on my TT that I try and keep my head as low as possible, while obviously still trying to be safe, not like kill myself. But yeah, the lower my head is and the stiller my upper body is, like, we're just going to try and stay as still as possible, and yeah, we'll see how we go. I think the TT pods are looking pretty good. So yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. Obviously I'm gonna jump on the TT bike on the trainer and probably just do like 45 minutes to an hour. Then I'm also gonna try and make a video tomorrow on the TT because I want to actually see some footage of me racing it. I'm sure you guys want to see some footage of me actually racing on this bike. So yeah, if you haven't liked this video, please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching, and subscribe if you haven't already.